Hey guys, Forrest here from Forest Nash Fitness. I'm a vegan physique athlete, personal trainer, and online coach specializing in whole food, plant-based nutrition. I use a holistic, evidence-based approach to help people build muscle, burn fat, and optimize their long-term health. Today I'm going to walk you through a quick bodyweight circuit workout that you can do just about anywhere with no equipment needed. This is a great workout to do if you're at home or anytime when you don't have access to a gym. Let's get into it. The first exercise I'm going to show you is the dead bug. This is a great exercise for strengthening the rectus abdominis, which is your six-pack muscle, as well as the transverse abdominis, which is a powerful core stabilizer. Begin by lying down on your back. As you can see, I'm using a yoga mat here, but you could also use a towel or folded up blanket, or simply do these on a carpeted floor as well. From here, you'll extend your arms toward the ceiling and bring your legs up so the hips and knees are both flexed at about 90 degrees. Exhale hard and draw the belly button in towards your spine, flattening your lower back into the floor. This will be your starting position. Inhale as you initiate the movement by extending one leg and the opposite arm out away from you, keeping the tummy tight and going only as far as you can without allowing the lower back to arch off the floor. Exhale as you return to the starting position and then repeat the movement, alternating sides on each rep. Aim for a total of 10 to 15 reps on each side, but if you start to feel it in your lower back, you should stop and take a short break before finishing the set, or simply move on to the next exercise. Next up, we're going to do a lying floor bridge. This is one of the best exercises for developing the muscles of the posterior chain, which are the hamstrings, the glutes, and the lower back. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor about hip width apart. The hands can either be placed on the hips, as I'm doing here, or flat on the floor for added support. Exhale as you initiate the movement by pushing through your heels and contracting the glutes to raise your hips off the floor. Keep your back in a neutral position as you come up into a nice tall bridge so that you have a straight line from your shoulders through the hips and out to the knees. Squeeze the glutes and hold for 1 second at the top before inhaling as you return to the starting position. Repeat for 10 to 15 repetitions. The next exercise is the front plank, which is great for building foundational core strength and stability. Begin in a prone position with the arms bent so that you are resting on your forearms, knees, and toes. Initiate the plank by lifting your knees off the floor so that your legs are extended and your weight is distributed between your forearms and toes. Make sure your elbows are positioned directly beneath your shoulders. Maintain a neutral spine and keep tension in the core by drawing in your belly button like you did on the dead bugs, and bracing your abs as if you were about to take a punch to the stomach. You can also squeeze the glutes as I'm doing here, which will increase the intensity of the exercise while helping to reduce stress on the lower back. Since this is an isometric exercise, you don't need to coordinate your breathing with the movement, so you should simply try to breathe normally while still keeping the core tight. Hold this position for 30 to 60 seconds, or simply for as long as you can while still maintaining good postural alignment. However, if you start to feel it in your lower back, you should go ahead and stop the exercise at that point. Make a note of your time and aim to increase it the next time you do this workout. Next, we're going to do a standing squat, which is one of the best exercises for strengthening the muscles of the lower body, including the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes. Begin by standing up tall with the chest lifted and the shoulders back. The feet should be about shoulder width apart with the toes pointed straight ahead or rotated slightly outwards. Inhale as you initiate the movement by hinging from the hips and knees to sit back into a squatting position, keeping the chest up, back flat, and core engaged. You should aim to squat to at least a 90-degree angle at the knees, and if it feels comfortable, you can go until your thighs are parallel with the floor, as I'm doing here. Make sure to keep your knees aligned over your feet and don't allow them to travel forward past the toes. This will help minimize strain to the knee joint. Exhale as you return to the starting position and repeat for 10 to 15 repetitions. The next exercise in our circuit is the push-up. This is a great exercise for developing upper body pushing strength in the muscles of the chest, shoulders, and triceps. Begin in a prone position with the arms extended, resting on your hands and toes. The hands should be placed slightly wider than your shoulders, about 1 1/2 times shoulder width apart. Keep your spine in a neutral position with the core braced like you did for the plank. Inhale as you initiate the movement by bending your elbows and lowering your body towards the floor. You don't have to touch the floor at the bottom of each rep, but you should go at least until you reach a 90-degree angle at the elbows. Exhale as you straighten your arms and return to the starting position. Repeat for 10 to 15 reps, but if this is too difficult at first, you can simply move to a modified push-up by bending the knees as shown here. Note that you may want to place a mat or pad under your knees for added comfort when performing the modified push-up. Our next exercise is the alternating lunge, which is great for developing single leg strength as well as lower body balance and coordination. Begin standing up with good posture as you did for the squat. You can place your hands on your hips as shown here, or keep them out to the sides for balance if needed. Initiate the movement by taking a big step forward with one leg, planting the front foot on the floor as you allow yourself to come up onto the toes of the back foot. Inhale as you bend the front leg, lowering the back knee until it almost touches the floor. The front knee should be bent at about 90 degrees at the bottom of the rep. Make sure to take a big enough step so that the knee does not move forward past the toes at any point. Exhale as you push off the front foot and step back to return to the starting position. Repeat on the opposite leg, alternating sides on each rep. Aim for a total of 10 to 15 reps on each leg. Next, we're going to do a bench dip, which is a great exercise for the triceps and shoulders. For this exercise, you can use a chair, as I'm doing here, or any other sturdy piece of furniture that is about the same height. Begin by sitting on the edge of the chair with your legs extended in front of you and your heels resting on the floor. Place your hands on either side of your hips with the palms down, and then straighten the arms to lift yourself off the chair as you move slightly forward. This will be your starting position. Inhale as you initiate the movement by flexing the arms and lowering yourself towards the floor until you reach about a 90-degree angle at the elbows. Exhale as you straighten your arms and return to the starting position. Repeat for 10 to 15 repetitions, but if this is too difficult at first, you can bend the knees and place your feet flat on the floor, which will take some of the weight off your arms. Our final exercise of the circuit will be a standing calf raise. This is a great exercise for strengthening the two main muscles of the lower leg, the soleus and the gastrocnemius. To perform the standing calf raise, you'll need a stable, elevated surface where you can stand with the balls of your feet supported and the heels in midair. I'm using a doorway threshold here, but you could also use a flight of stairs if you have one available. Place one hand on the wall or railing to maintain balance. This will be your starting position. Inhale as you initiate the movement by lowering your heels down as far as you can while keeping the balls of the feet firmly planted. Pause for 1 second to get a good stretch in the calves at the bottom of each rep. Then exhale as you point your toes and raise yourself up as high as you can, again pausing for 1 second at the top of the movement to get a good contraction in the calves. Make sure to use a slow, controlled tempo without any bouncing or momentum, and repeat for 10 to 15 repetitions.
So there you have it, guys, 8 simple and effective exercises that you can do anywhere in just a few minutes. Now, to get the most effective workout, I recommend going through the circuit 2 or 3 times, and you can repeat the full workout up to 3 days per week on non-consecutive days like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is a great way to get started with some resistance training at home, but if you want to take your training and nutrition to the next level, I'm happy to help out with that as well. Feel free to contact me through my website and social media pages, which will be linked in the description down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.